Sherpa Romeo is an online service that presents publisher and journal open access policies from around the world. The open access team here at JISC have been working with the Sherpa Romeo user community to update this service and provide an enhanced experience for our users. This video will give an overview of these changes and the benefits that these will bring to you as a service user. Sherpa Romeo is a resource used by researchers, repository staff and research support teams across the world to help users understand publisher and journal open access policies. Every registered publisher or journal held in Romeo is carefully reviewed and analysed by our specialist team who provide summaries of self-archiving permissions and conditions of rights given to authors on a journal-by-journal basis. The policy information provided through this service primarily aims to serve the academic research community. Since the service launched over 15 years ago, publisher policies and the open access sector have changed a lot, making it more difficult for us to accurately represent the full range of open access options that publisher policies permit in a way that is clear to service users. We needed to ensure the service evolved as the sector changes, to ensure we continue to provide a service that helps users to overcome the challenge of understanding publisher and journal policies. We have undergone an extensive redesign project across all of our Sherpa services that has included specialist input from our team here at JISC and market research with users from across the wider open access sector from around the world. We are really excited to now be able to share with you the results of this redesign project for the new version of Sherpa Romeo. When we created Sherpa Romeo 15 years ago, the open access sector looks very different and posed different challenges for researchers and library staff. As the sector has evolved, we have seen increasing complexity in publishers' open access policies that was difficult to represent in the previous version of Romeo. The new version of Romeo was built to meet this challenge and continue to be a trusted tool for researchers and repository staff. JISC's open access team recognised that a better solution was needed to help users understand complex policy information, so we began an extensive redesign project, utilising the expertise of our open access team in collaboration with sector professionals across the community. Our aim was to provide an agile platform with a more modern interface to enable us to meet the ongoing needs of the sector. This will help us to continue to support users with navigating the changing landscape of open access policies. As you begin to use the new version of Sherpa Romeo, you will notice some changes to the user experience. A more modern interface with better support for mobile devices, an improved search and browse function that makes it faster to find the information you need, a redesigned publisher policy layout, making it easier to understand the different open access options that publisher policies allow, an iconography scheme that represents properties of publisher policies. These icons provide an at-a-glance overview of policies in an accessible and scannable format. We will now take a look at the new site to get an overview of these changes in action. We will start by conducting a search on the landing page. As you can see, you have different options for searching and browsing depending on what you want to do with the service. For the purpose of this demonstration, I am going to search for the Nature Journal. As I start to type my query, I can see that different options appear in the lookup here, and I can see that here is the Nature Journal, so I'm going to click on that and hit search. This takes me to the journal page, as you can see here. The first section gives the publication information. This section contains the journal title, ISSNs, URL, and the publishers of the journal. I'm going to hide this section using the collapsible arrow here and scroll down to the publisher policy. This section tells me what I can do with the published, accepted and submitted version of an article when publishing with this journal. So I can see here that open access is not permitted with the published version of the article. As this is the first time I'm using the service, I'm going to use the plus symbol on the far right here to get a bit more detail about what these icons represent, and I can see this information stated clearly here. For more information, I can also use the links here that will take me to the publisher policies websites. Finally, this page contains the record information. This contains the Sherpa Romeo record ID, the date that the ID was created, the date that it was last modified, and finally its canonical URI. For more information about Sherpa Romeo, you can click on the About tab at the top here. This contains a lot more information about what the service does, and you can also scroll down here to find out more about the service. Simply click on a topic to get more information. For more information about the updates to Sherpa Romeo version 2, you can also refer to the other tutorial videos in this series. If you have any feedback or queries, you can direct these to help@gist.ac.uk and one of the Romeo team will get back to you as soon as possible.